Hey guys, it's Brandon. Another point I want to bring up because I've been thinking about talking about this for a while. Justin, he passed on his allocation. He was in the number one spot for a zr1 and he passed on it because he was one of these low IQ crybabies who had to have the big wing. Think about this for a second. His whole fucking channel is about upgrading the cars. That's the only thing that people really tune in to see his channel is he adds wings and things to his cars. So he had the opportunity to get a first round, quote unquote, ZR1, if that's what General Motors ends up calling it, which I'm still telling you there's a good likelihood that's going to change. He had the opportunity to get the first round allocation ZR1, and he deliberately passed on it. You guys understand the guy doesn't have a job, right? He makes his money off the channel. He also makes his money off, hopefully, in his mind, he hopes he can flip a car and make money. So he had the opportunity to get a first round allocation, and he's one of these Princess Barbie prissy people who's like, no, if it doesn't have the wing, I don't want it. So now he's totally screwed himself over because some other guy took the opportunity, took the car, and now Justin's like, I can't believe General Motors did that. That's so messed up that General Motors did that. All you had to do was say yes and put a wing on the car. It would have been an episode for your show and you would have sold the car. But you know why Justin didn't want to do that? It's not because the aftermarket wings are less expensive and it would have saved him money. It's because he is a flipper. He wants to flip the car for a profit. And what's interesting, here's the irony to this whole thing. He's the one who single-handedly began to really destroy Z06 values way too prematurely. When he said that the ZR1 was confirmed for 2025, long before General Motors ever followed it up. And by the way, guys, the reason why General Motors followed it up is because they were counteracting me, basically saying there's not going to be a 2025 ZR1. This is a bunch of bullshit. General Motors followed it up to get revenge on me, to try to get me to pay my bets. And I end up issuing more bets even after General Motors said there's going to be a 2025 ZR1. So I doubled down, right? So what Justin is not telling you, and he's like in total denial, his most recent video, somebody just sent me the link. He's talking about a ZR1 build, blah, blah, blah. You're not building a ZR1, big dog. I am. The order's in. Oh, you mean Brandon's not a prissy bitch about a wing, which you can add after the fact? And then the irony is, I think I've got one. I think I've got a Z07 package car, Justin. Huh. Okay. So anyway, that's the difference between these two YouTubers. One's got a little bit of a brain, the other one does not. So how on earth is he going to make money on this ZR1 when by the time he gets called, the market's going to be destroyed again, because he's going to destroy it once he finds out there's another car coming, because he can't stay planted on the goodnesses of the current cars. He's a clickbait person who's so insecure that the only way that he thinks that people are going to tune into his channel is if he starts talking about cars that are years and years away. He can't stay focused on the car right now. He can't just jump in his car and go drive it fast and talk to you guys about the technicals. No. Clickbait. 2025 ZR1 confirmed. You heard it here first. LT2 with two little helpers. And then he's got the audacity to say that I've never been right about anything. I mean, this guy is it's unbelievable. He says it in the same sentences. It's unbelievable. Is there an LT2 with two little helpers in the car, Justin? No. Did I ever say there was going to be an LT2 with two little helpers in the ZR1? Fuck no. I mean, how fucking stupid are you? How un-Corvette? So all of you who think like this is like the guy, Brandon, the other Brandon on his show, he seems to know what he's talking about. I like that guy. He's learning quickly. He doesn't know as much as me about the cars yet, but he's learning quickly and he's doing the right mods to lightweight his car. I personally can't do that stuff because this car that we're sitting in was a lemon the day I picked it up. It had a ticking motor, and I've since filed as a lemon. So General Motors is going to buy this one back. Okay? So I can't mod the car. Not only that, but I'm the kind of person where it's like, okay, one car's faster than another one in a straight line, cool. I'd rather still have my warranty, and I'd rather prove that I'm faster in the turns. Not talking smack against the Brandon guy. I think he needs to go do his own show. He needs to get all of you to start tuning into his own show and get away from Justin, because I'm telling you, Brandon, that dude is going to ruin your credibility. He's about to be destroyed here in a second. He's wrong on so many counts, and it's the way that he speaks, this arrogance. And this is what I got so mad in the beginning when he said LT2 with two little helpers confirmed. And the original video, Brandon, in case you didn't know this, he since pulled the whole video down. Then he put up another one that was a little bit more toned down. Then the third video he came out with was one where he attacked me and him and his other posse of the Corvette Call to Cluelessness. And then he deleted that section where he attacked me. When I say the Corvette Call to Cluelessness, I'm not including the Brandon from Brandon's Garage. That guy's, he's fine. He's not an idiot. Justin is not smart, guys. You want to, so that's why he's complaining about the year-long non-resale agreement. The only reason why I have a problem with the year-long non-resale agreement is because I get cars out of warranty by that time, because I drive them so many miles. So anyway, okay, so here's one of the things I want to talk about in this episode. He hasn't told you about the zr1 being exported to Dubai or wherever it was going, that its VIN number shows that it's not a 2025. He hasn't explained that to you guys. He's still adamant that the zr1 is going to be a 2025 zr1 when we've known for months that they're building 2026 test mules, experimental test mules, and there's two things going on here. One, the name of the car is nowhere to be found on any of the import-export agreements. It's only about the engine and the test mule model. And there's just a lot of stuff to discuss here. And in his most recent video, he's like, we know all there is to know. We're the Corvette channel that has all the knowledge. Guys, this guy doesn't have a clue when it's all said and done. Him and Keith Cornett do not have a clue. They have their nose so far up John Elegant's ass. In General Motors, John Elegant is a known GM puppet. John Elegant is the one who told them that 2025 Grand Sport CTF, or excuse me, 2025 ZR1 CTF production has begun, which is a lie. John Elegant's a liar. And Keith Cornett and Justin Horsepower Obsessed both impose that as fact, and they won't even discuss it with their viewers, which, again, they're either idiots or they are controlling the narrative because they're paid, controlled puppets by General Motors. Maybe not even paid, just controlled, because Justin got himself into a box with this leaking of information. So now he might have an NDA kind of non-disclosure agreement with General Motors where they can attack him anytime they want with a cease and desist, and he had to sign it because that was part of the settlement agreement. So he is a perpetuator of General Motors lies. He, John Elegant, and Keith Cornett are a perpetuator of General Motors lies, and they can't plead ignorance. Oh, we didn't know, because anytime that someone tries to explain it to them, they shut them down hard. Watch his shows where he shuts people down when they say, what if it's a 2026? No, we know for sure it's a 2025 ZR1. We know for sure. We know that we know. We know that for sure.